তাহলে এটা কিভাবে থাকবে C2H6 how can we draw basically আমরা will show you why the structure will be like this but before just to give you a understanding this is your map one carbon will be joined with 4 covalent bonds one with one carbon one with hydrogen one with hydrogen one with hydrogen hydrogen can you tell me how many electrons are present in carbon anyone from the periodic table how many electrons are present in carbon hello can you tell me how many electrons are present in carbon atom from your periodic table take your time but tell me Six means what carbon 2 in the inner shell and 4 in the outer shell right 4 electrons in the outer shell right
Yes, sir.
so देखो carbon with its 4 electron he is sharing his 4 electron with four things one with hydrogen one with hydrogen one with hydrogen another with carbon so if we give the electrons like this carbon and hydrogen see hydrogen has 1 electron only and carbon is sharing its 1 electron with hydrogen forming a covalent bond we have discussed last day if you can recall covalent bond means sharing of electron then this carbon is sharing with another electron with hydrogen so hydrogen will share 1 and carbon will share 1 so carbon hydrogen again carbon hydrogen dot and cross hydrogen and here you see carbon and carbon so carbon say this one is carbon electron dot electron so another carbon then carbon with hydrogen carbon with hydrogen carbon with hydrogen so dot cross hydrogen and dot cross hydrogen if you want to make circle you can make see circle then carbon hydrogen carbon hydrogen carbon hydrogen carbon hydrogen carbon hydrogen carbon hydrogen do you understand how to draw it this is an ethane molecule ethane we will learn them later on in organic chemistry later but this is an ethane molecule so if you know the structure that is this structure you can easily draw this dot and cross diagram each of these dash means hand means one dot and cross electron one pair of electron do you understand this
স্যার আরেক বকু ছাড়া যাবে না
আচ্ছা লাস্ট ডেতে আমরা কি বলছিলাম খেয়াল আছে যদি এখানে বলি one hydrogen atom has 1 electron in its outer shell will join with another hydrogen atom দেখো একটা হাইড্রোজেন হচ্ছে ডট ইলেকট্রন আর একটা ক্রস ইলেকট্রন so they have shared their electron and this is called covalent bond right can you recall that say for example if it is not hydrogen say if it is water say water what is water H2O two hydrogen atoms will join with one oxygen atom why দেখো oxygen is what oxygen has 8 atomic number so it is 2 6 so how many electrons are present in outer shell of oxygen 6 right so let us give 6 electrons see 1 2 3 4 5 6 now in order to fulfill the outer shell with 8 electrons, we know if they have 8 electrons, they are fulfilling the outer shell. So how many more electrons are required to fulfill the outer shell of oxygen? 2. Okay? If they get 2 electrons from somewhere, then they can fulfill the outer shell. So দেখো আমরা যদি এই ইলেকট্রনটা এইভাবে এখানে দেই আর এটা যদি এইভাবে দেই, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? 6 electrons of oxygen. Now hydrogen came and hydrogen has a chat with oxygen. Hydrogen is saying if we share the 2 electrons, then you will have 1 more electron. See, hydrogen is coming here and joining. So how many electrons now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 6 of its own, 1 from the sharing of hydrogen. Do you understand? Kritika.
Yes, sir.
Another hydrogen came and joined with it. Now see, hydrogen has 2 electrons in its outer shell, which is similar to helium. Hydrogen has 2 electrons in its outer shell, which is similar to helium, and oxygen has 8 electrons in its outer shell. So all of them has noble electronic structure now, or they have full outer shell electron. In another way, you can say. So this is how water forms. Similarly, if you see, carbon had 4 electrons in its outer shell, but when they are sharing with hydrogen, and carbon, it has 8 electrons now. This carbon has 8 electrons now. All these hydrogen has, each of these hydrogen has 2 electrons in its outer shell. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Sami and Idra, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Afrin,
Yes, sir.
Fida, turn on your camera. Sadika, turn on your camera. Sadika and Fida, turn on your camera. Okay, so do you understand this? Now say, let me draw more. If you understand. Say for example, you want to draw ammonia. Now nitrogen. What is the electronic configuration of nitrogen that we need to find? So how will know the electronic configuration of nitrogen? From the periodic table. What is the atomic number of nitrogen? In the periodic table, you will see it is 7. Right? So what will be the electronic configuration, Sami? Of nitrogen?
7 is 14.
Electronic configuration? First shell, how many electrons?
2, then
Second shell?
4. No.
2,
5.
5. Very good. So how many electrons are present in the outer shell of nitrogen? 5 electrons. So see how I am drawing nitrogen. So I am just drawing the outer shell. 5 electrons, right? So 1, 2. First of all, সবসময় এইভাবে দিবা 1 2 3 4 5, right? So we can see there are 3 electrons which are unpaired, right? Which are not paired. 1 is paired, 3 are unpaired. So 3 entity must come and they must share some electrons so that nitrogen has a full outer shell. So hydrogen is a very good choice for that. So hydrogen is coming with 1 electron, 1 cross electron. So now it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Another hydrogen is coming with another electron. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now another hydrogen is coming with another electron. So see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Nitrogen fulfills its outer shell. And hydrogen, all of these hydrogen, they have 2 electrons in their outer shell. So ammonia is formed. What do we say? Ammonia gas. That's how molecules form with covalent bond. Kritika, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
এখন কি আমরা পারবো আরো অনেক কিছু ড্র করতে if they ask?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. পারবো।
Okay. Can you draw methane by yourself? Methane?
স্যার পিরিয়ডিক টেবিলটা না স্যার আসলে বইতে ছিল বাট বইটা আমার ডাউনলোড হচ্ছে না।
Periodic table নাই তোমার কাছে?
স্যার এখন নেই।
বইটা ডাউনলোড হচ্ছে না কেন?
স্যার এটা দেখাচ্ছে ইট ইজ আ হিউজ ফাইল, ইট ক্যান্ট বি ডাউনলোডেড। স্যার গুগল ডক্স ইউজ করছি স্যার, সেই তখন থেকে লোডিং দেখাচ্ছে, আর কিছু দেখাচ্ছে না।
আচ্ছা, আমি তো এটাকে আমার গুগল ড্রাইভে রাখছি। সো গুগল ড্রাইভ থেকে আমি শেয়ার দিছি। সো আর বাকিরা কি ডাউনলোড করতে পারছো?
হ্যাঁ
আদার্স? হ্যাঁ, তাহলে তো তুমি
স্যার আমার মেবি নেটের প্রবলেম।
হ্যাঁ, নেটের প্রবলেম হতে পারে, ওইটা তুমি তাহলে একটু সলভ করে নাও।
আচ্ছা স্যার।
ওই বুকটা তো দরকার। আদারওয়াইজ পিরিয়ডিক টেবিল ইউ ক্যান গেট ফ্রম এনিওয়্যার। হ্যাঁ, জাস্ট সার্চ ইন দ্য গুগল পিরিয়ডিক টেবিল লিখে সার্চ দাও, দেয়ার উইল বি মিলিয়ন্স।
হ্যাঁ স্যার সেটা জানি।
ঠিক আছে, সো পিরিয়ডিক টেবিল ওখান থেকে নিয়ে নিতে পারো। ওকে, ফিদা, we cannot hear you. Where are you? Fida. Okay, fine. So can you draw methane? CH4. Two minutes. Done?
yes sir.
All?
হ্যাঁ স্যার পারছি।
Okay, very good. Afrin?
Yes, sir.
Idrag, no, Fida, sorry, Fida, I asked you to draw methane. Okay, you please look at the thing. So methane. You see 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. If you draw the map, it will be like this: 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. You know carbon is, what is the atomic number of carbon? 6. So it is 2 and 4. So 4 electrons in its outer shell. So let us draw it. Only the outer shell you will draw. So carbon has 4 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. North, south, east, west. 4 side, 4 electrons. Now 4 hydrogen will come. So this dash, this bond means 1 dot and cross electron, hydrogen. This bond means 1 dot and cross electron, hydrogen. Again, hydrogen, hydrogen. Done. Very easy, right? Is it clear? Okay, Fida, you look at the class and give your response later on. So, any issues up to this?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So we'll go to multiple covalent bonds. If these are single covalent bonds, multiple covalent bonds will start today. Single covalent bond means whatever you are saying in between, whatever you are saying in between atoms, we have only one pair of electron they are sharing. One pair, one pair, one pair, one pair. So this one pair of electron will give you a, this is what we call single covalent bond, because they are sharing only one pair of electron. If they share 2 pairs of electron in order to form covalent bond, we'll say it is double covalent bond. If they share 3 pairs of electron, we'll call them triple covalent bond. And how it works is, say for example, oxygen is O2, you know, right? Oxygen is O2, right? How oxygen is O2? Oxygen is O2 means oxygen is bonded with oxygen, and you know both of these oxygen has 8 electrons in it. So oxygen is 8 means what? Oxygen is 8 means it is 2 and 6, right? How many electrons in the
Yes, sir.
outer shell of oxygen?
Sir, 6.
6. Very good job. Achha, let me be here. So oxygen is 2 and 6. Now 6 electrons. Let us draw one oxygen. So 2 oxygen will join together. So 1 oxygen and another oxygen. I'm showing 1, 2. So first of all, sharing or making covalent bond is something like a business. So oxygen will come with its cash, and this oxygen will come with its cash. So oxygen has how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before sharing, let us put the electrons in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it clear? So oxygen has its 6 electrons. This oxygen has its 6 electrons. Now they will start sharing. What is the objective? To fulfill their outer shell, right? So what we will do? See, oxygen has 6 electrons. So let a beta oxygen, they have conversation and they are saying, let us share 1 electron each. So 1 dot and 1 cross. Now count the electrons. How many electrons in this oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? After sharing,
Right, sir.
Electron added. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now 7 electrons, 7 electrons. Outer shell is not fulfilled yet. So what they will do? They will have conversation and they will say, let us share 1 more electron. So what they will do? 1 dot and 1 cross. So 1 dot, 1 cross. So see now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are they fulfilled their outer shell?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, for 1 pair of electron, you have used 1 bond. Now for 2 pairs, how many bonds you will use? Double bond. What is that? Double bond. 2 dash means double bond. And 1 dash means 1 dot cross, 2 dash means 2 dot cross. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Please draw it by yourself. If you have any question, you can ask.
So copy done.
Done, done. Done. Any question? Hello. Speak out,
No,
please.
sir.
No,
ঠিক আছে তাহলে this is what? This is double covalent bond. Double covalent bond. Let us give another example. Say for example, you know carbon dioxide gas, right? CO2 is carbon dioxide, right? So what should be the nature of this compound? It should be carbon bonded with two oxygen, one carbon and two oxygen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now carbon, we know what is carbon? 6 is the atomic number, so it is 2 and 4. Oxygen, 8 is the atomic number, so it is 2 and 6. Clear? So how many electrons are present in carbon? 4, outer shell. How many in oxygen? 6 in the outer shell, right? So if this is our map, so carbon should be in the middle. So let us draw a carbon atom. And how many electrons are present here? How many electrons are present in carbon? 4. So north, south, east, west. 4 electrons. Fine? Fine? Now, one
Yes, sir.
oxygen will join with carbon. Another oxygen will join with carbon. Right? And oxygen has how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oxygen. Oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? See, already carbon shared 1 electron with oxygen. So oxygen is bound to share another electron. Sorry, should be crossed. Or you can do in this way if you want, for to make a good story. So see, I'm putting the carbon electrons of carbon in carbon. I didn't share any electron yet. Now I'm starting sharing. So sorry, oxygen has 6, carbon has 4, and oxygen has 6. Now we want to fulfill the outer shell. Oxygen has 6 electrons, carbon has 4 electrons. So 1 cross 1 dot. Erase them and do with pencil. When you do with pencil so that you can erase and you can rearrange, right? So 1 cross 1 dot. Let us put here. Similarly, 1 cross 1 dot. Let us put here. Fine. Now, if you calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. None of them fulfills their outer shell yet. So what we will do? So carbon is discussing with oxygen. Let us share another pair. So 1 dot and 1 cross. 1 dot, 1 cross. And with this 1 dot and 1 cross, the dot cross. Now count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done with oxygen. So all of them fulfill their outer shell. And if you see 1 pair, 2 pairs. 1 pair, 2 pairs. So what you need? You need a double bond. Do you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. More you will draw, better you will be. So don't just, if I ask you to draw something, don't just jump into drawing. Try to think what will be the map. If it is carbon dioxide, so 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. Now start by doing circles. Give their electrons in their own position. Then start sharing in order to fulfill the outer shell. Otherwise, you will have mistake. If you just jump into drawing, if you just start with sharing of electron, that will not going to work. Right? You will have mistake. See, we are not increasing or decreasing the number of electrons present. See, oxygen has still 6 electrons. Cross. 1 cross, 2 cross, 3 cross, 4 cross, 5 cross, 6 cross. We did not increase the number of electrons in oxygen. After sharing, it also, after sharing, 2 electrons increased, but we did not increase the number of cross electrons for oxygen, and dot electrons for carbon. See, carbon has still 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. But 4 extra cross electrons came and joined there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good job. So this is a double bond, another example of a double bond. So you can have more example in your book. Say for example, it will show from the book. See, this is oxygen. We have learned how to draw. We'll just draw the outer shell. We'll not draw any inner shell. They have showed the inner shell as well, but will not show in the exam hall. They will not ask you. In the exam hall, they will not ask you to show the inner shell. So again, see, for multiple covalent bond, double bond, we are using a double bond sign. Oxygen, double bond, oxygen. Just like equal sign, you know it already. And see, this one is carbon dioxide. Just the thing we have finished just now. See, one pair, two pairs, one pair, two pairs. So C double bond O, C double bond O. So this is carbon dioxide. Clear? বোঝা যায় আফরিন? এরপর দেখো আরেকটা ডাবল কোভালেন্ট বন্ড দেখাচ্ছি। This is ethene molecule C2H4. So C2H4, if we have 4 hydrogen, means 2 hydrogen with 1 carbon, then we need to have a double covalent bond. See, and CHH. So when you will share all the electrons with hydrogen, hydrogen, and carbon, you will still see, in order to fulfill the outer shell in carbon, you need to share one more electron pair, and thereby you will have a double bond in between carbon. So carbon, double bond carbon, and single bond hydrogen. Do you understand this? Ethene molecule. So it's not something you will memorize. It's something you will start with. Acha, see, they will say ethene molecule is C2H4. Now C2H4, how can they be organized? Carbon, single bond carbon, 2 hydrogen, right? If you start drawing, you will see you need single pair will not work in between carbon and carbon. You need to have double pair so that you have a full outer shell for carbon. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and similarly